Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Quisha, and on this channel I do makeup and mukbangs. Y'all, today is a mukbang day. Y'all, I know it doesn't look all that very aesthetically pleasing because I don't have all the stuff to make it look all cute. This is the best I can do, okay? Bear with me, please. Anyway, y'all, I decided I was in a ramen mood lately. I finally found the spicy cheese samyang ramen. So we're eating spicy hot chicken cheese samyang ramen and the spicy curry flavor. Yes! So we are eating those, and I also have some crab dumplings in the middle and some kimchi towards the back right here. So let me go ahead and just get started. Let me take a bite of this kimchi first. Ooh. That is spicy kimchi, by the way. Okay, let me taste the dumpling real quick, because listen. Hold on. Let me make sure my microphone is on, y'all. I know my head is cut off, y'all, sorry. When I'm dealing with food that needs to be hot, I have to work fast, so that's what's going on. Let me taste one of these dumplings real quick, because when I was cooking them, they smelled super oniony, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat these. I can eat those. Okay. Those are actually very good. Alright, I want to try. I hope this, I can't tell which one is the cheese. I think this is the cheese one. Y'all see the steam coming off that? No, I think this is the curry. Y'all, these bitches spicy. That's the curry. Ooh, child. Alright, I got some water right here. Cause baby. Ma'am, please. So anyway, how y'all doing? Y'all alright? I'm good. Y'all know, as usual, I'm super hungry. Like I said, I've been in a ramen mood, so for lunch today I just had a little cup ramen, and that was the only thing I ate all day so far. Alright, let me taste these. I hope these are the I think, yeah, these gotta be the cheese ones, because those were definitely curry. I'm mostly excited about the cheese. Speaking of cup ramen, the cheese cup ramen is my favorite ramen. So I imagine I would love the spicy cheese. Whew. They are definitely spicy. I wasn't expecting that. That shit is spicy. Whoa. Whew. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the book real quick. So hold on. Y'all, those are spicy. I didn't know it was gonna be that spicy. Just lost the dumpling. You know, like when you're hungry, I don't know, you have to be like in the mood to eat certain stuff. I wasn't in the mood to have nothing like this spicy. Like, I knew it was gonna be spicy, but bruh. Alright, y'all, so let's just go ahead and get into the drama of the book, because Now, I don't have it displayed today, but the book I'm talking about is Truly Madly Guilty, and it's a murder drama. I'm gonna call it a murder drama because somebody died, and we are just trying to figure out exactly what happened. Okay, y'all, so we are picking up on chapter. I'm gonna stick with the curry ones because they didn't seem as spicy as the cheese ones. Now, y'all know I'm no expert with chopsticks. Now, please don't get on me, all right? Okay, so chapter 54 starts off with Vid and Tiffany. Now they're at home. They took the day off work to take care of their daughter Dakota. She had a freak out in the back seat of the car. So they just like letting her stay home from school, taking care of her. So where we last left off, Vid was trying to open that jar of chocolate covered almonds. And he broke the glass. So here we are. He broke the glass. They're standing around, they're looking around, they're like, oh my god, like that is so much glass. I didn't expect it to be that much glass. Tiffany's looking around, she's like, I didn't expect it to be that many almonds. Bing bang boom. So he tells her to stand still because she's not wearing any shoes, she's barefoot. They're in the kitchen and he's gonna run and get a mop. I mean, he's gonna go get a broom to clean it up. So he goes to get the broom. He gets the broom and they're like yelling up to Dakota like, oh, we're okay. Don't worry about us. Your dad just broke a glass. Don't rush down, you know, like check on us or anything. We're okay. Like, she was not looking for them. The curry ones aren't as spicy as those cheese ones. Y'all, I never knew. Y'all like kimchi? I love kimchi. I usually put it in my ramen while I'm cooking, but I kind of like the hot and the cold. Just help me with the spice. So, you know, she's like, okay. So Tiffany was like talking to Vid and she was like, I don't know how we could have missed what's going on with her. Vid was like, y'all see all this? This isn't even gonna fit all in the little bowl. I overestimated. I could see how she would blame herself, you know, because like we said, the little girl almost drowned. She almost died, and Dakota was supposed to be watching the little girls. And she left to go read her book upstairs, so the adults were like half watching them. So basically Dakota feels guilty. She feels like if she would have stayed watching the girls, Ruby would have never drowned. I don't know, child. I don't know really how many noodles I can like cram in my mouth. Y'all know how the ASMR people do. Let me see. Yo, these noodles so hot. Ooh. Oh my god. Ooh. know if I can eat many more of those. Those fucking hot for no reason. I need a minute. So Viv was like, yeah, she's crazy. What would make her think about that? He doesn't understand why Dakota feels guilty. It doesn't make sense to him. Tiffany was trying to explain to him, you know, as best she could without getting frustrated. Y'all, my mouth is so hot. I don't know how many chapters I'm gonna get through tonight. Because y'all, I can't. Those are so hot. Them dumplings good as fuck though. She's trying to explain to him as calmly as she can, like, you know, she feels guilty because she was supposed to be watching the girls and she left and therefore the girls drowned. And Viv was like, it was an accident, it wasn't her fault. And she was like, I know, but I'm just trying to make you see like why she would think it's her fault. It's going right over his head. He does not get it. Cannot compute. Tiffany was like, you know, if there's anyone to blame, if anyone's to blame, it's me. Because she was the one offering to give lap dances, distracting everybody. Viv was like, stop, don't be silly. And she was like, it's true. I don't think so. I honestly think it's just a combination of a bunch of negligence combined. And then, you know, she's reflecting and she's thinking about, you know, even the week after the barbecue, they were both very distracted by work. Tiffany had something go wrong with the house because she's a realtor. So she had an issue go wrong with the house she was supposed to be, or the condo or something she was supposed to be selling or buying or something like that. And then Vid had issues. He's an electrician. He was supposed to do some sort of job for the government and it fell through. But Tiffany said it all actually worked out to his benefit. But they were just both so distracted that they didn't even think about Dakota like one time. They didn't even check on her. They just figured as long as she's wearing her uniform, she's got her lunch, she's going to school on time, like, we did our job, she's good to go, she's fine, right? And they didn't really understand, like, she was really struggling because she felt like she was the one that, you know, caused Ruby to fall into the fountain, which is not true. Because honestly, after she went upstairs, Sam and Clementine, Ruby's parents, they agreed, oh, you watch this little girl and we'll watch the other one. They have two daughters. And one of them drowned in the fountain. Almost drowned. It was really not Dakota's fault. But I understand. She's 10 years old. You know, she's feeling guilty. So they're going on about that. And then, you know, Tiffany was like, you know, she just brought up, she was like, I'm tired of keeping secrets. So she was like, you know, I know one of the parents that we saw at Dakota's new school. So the same day Dakota had that freak out, they were at like an orientation for her new school, and sat right down next to them was a man that Tiffany knew, and we have started to learn that Tiffany used to be a stripper, and she said she knew that man like a few chapters back, and we never really heard much of it until now. And she was like telling Bid, she was like, yeah, I know one of the parents. He's like, for real, who? She was like, one of the dads that was sitting right next to us, he used to come into where I danced. And Viv was like, oh, for real? She was like, yeah. She was like, he was a regular. He was like, was he a good tipper? She was like, yeah. He was like, okay, great. Well, Viv does not care. He doesn't care she was a stripper. He's like almost proud. You know, he said she was the best in the business. She caught his eye, and you know, but Tiffany is feeling weird about it because she basically was like, what if one of the mothers, what if he tells his wife and then she tells her friends and then she tells her friend, and then it gets around to Dakota's friends, and they start bullying her. He was like, first of all, that would never happen because he's never going to tell his wife, which is true tea. And then he was like, and if that ever did happen, which it won't, but if it ever did, he was like, I'll bet you $1 million he'll never tell his wife. Which, child, the way I see it is, if he was in there, he's just, even though it's not anything wrong with being a stripper, but if there was any guilt to be placed, he's just as guilty as you are for going to that place. So it's like, you might feel guilty about being a stripper, but he could feel guilty too about coming in to see a stripper. He's the one giving you the money, so what did you do wrong? You know what I mean? That's pretty much how Vid's point of view was. He basically was like, he won't ever tell his wife, but if he ever does and they start bullying our daughter, we'll just move her to a new school. He was like, what's the big deal? She was like, it's a prestigious, you know, private school. I don't want her to anything to happen to her. He was like, she'll be fine. He's like, you making a big deal out of this, like a big deal out of nothing. He was like, did you have sex with him? She was like, no. He was like, okay then, like, so what? You should be proud of it. I'm proud of you. You did a good job. You were the best in the business. Like, girl, don't worry about it. Y'all, I gotta eat the curry, not the cheese. The curry is spicy, but which is so funny because I thought the curry would be spicier than the cheese ones. Y'all, them cheese ones got me going through it. You hear me? I don't have the highest spice. I mean, I have a decent tolerance of spice, but that is like, that reminds me of the 2-time spicy. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Also, I usually like my noodles like wet with some juice, but for the display purposes, I couldn't do all that. These are much better. Milder spice, but like not like those. Those got me about to. And the way I shoved all that in my mouth, y'all, top please. So anyway, they're going on about that. Who's telling her stop making a big deal out of everything? He was like, you're making a big deal out of stuff and that's not even happened yet. Like, you're making catastrophes. He's like, you remind me of Harry. Now, Harry is their neighbor that died. We're not 100% sure how Harry died, but they claim he fell at the bottom of the stairs. Ciao. We don't know, though. So then they get on the subject about Harry. Vid is like, what was that word Dakota said in the car the other day? Regret. You know, we have regret over Harry. We have regret that he died. We have regret that we didn't go see him enough. Because they didn't know he died. He was dead for like weeks. I mean, I knew the news was going to be spicy, but I didn't know they was going to be this spicy, y'all. I wasn't ready for that. So they're talking about Harry. How they regret it and all that. And he was like, you know, he was like, we regret it. He's like, I do wish we would have visited Harry more often. He's like, even if he was mean to us and he was always yelling at us, he was like, it was the neighborly thing to do to like go check on him more often, despite the fact that he was rude. He was like, I regret it. He was like, I even regret inviting them over to the barbecue. He's like, I regret having them over this day. He's like, every time I go in my backyard, and he like turned around and he faced the backyard, and he was like, every time I go in my backyard, he's like, I just see her face, like her pale white face and her purple lips. He's like, I thought she was dead. He's like, when I was on the phone with the ambulance, I kept just thinking like, it's too late, it's too late. Tiffany like turned around and she closed her eyes, and then she got like a flashback to that day too, because she got a speeding ticket the other day, and it was from that day, from that night, because she was speeding to rush Clementine to the hospital to be with her daughter. And then she was just like, I wonder why. She's like, we all went through something that day. We are all bonded by what happened that night. So why is Clementine ignoring us? And then she was like, give me my keys, we finna go. She's like, we're going out. And that's the end of that chapter. So I don't know where they're going or what's going on, but they getting out the house. Y'all, I'm only gonna talk about one more chapter because my mouth is so hot. Like, I'm so distracted. I'm sorry. I can't really eat those anyway and enjoy them. I'm not a spicy, like, that's the kind of spice that I don't like playing with. So chapter 55 is back to the day of the barbecue. Y'all, it's like pieces of spice all in my water. So we're right at the point where the ambulance are leaving. The helicopter's gone. Tiffany's like standing in the street and she was just like, here's that suburban silence, you know, that Sunday night suburban silence. Kids doing homework, mom's watching like 60 Minutes, you know, I guess. Okay, so like we said, she's like gesturing to get ready to take Clementine to the hospital, and Clementine was like, no, 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 like I'll drive myself. And Tiffany was like, you are not driving yourself. She's like, I'm pretty sure you're way over the drinking limit. And Clementine was like, yeah, like you're right. And then she was like, but weren't you drinking too? And Tiffany's like, I had one light beer. Like, that's it. Girl, everybody else was drinking champagne. They was popping bottles. But I do remember Tiffany only having the one beer. Everybody else was on 1,000. So Oliver and Erica were going to take Holly, which is Clementine's other daughter. They were going to watch her. Oliver and Erica saved Ruby from drowning in the fountain. They jumped in the fountain, they gave her CPR, and they brought her back to life. Now she's off and she was like bay flighted out, airlifted out. And her dad, Sam, went in the helicopter with her. Only one parent can go at a time. They picked Sam. So they were going to take Holly and watch her, which is pretty much Oliver watching the both of them because Erica was drunk AF, and which was still good job of her to be super wasted and to go and save that little girl. But he was pretty much like, yeah, we're going to just like get them all cleaned up. We're going to get on the couch, snuggle up, watch some DVDs, like cute. And Clementine was like, okay. Her hair was like all ruffled up because she was like frantic. So she like leans over to talk to her daughter. It's ready to like lean over to talk to her daughter, but then she stands like, she looks at Oliver and she goes, oh my gosh. And she like flung her arms over him and she was like, I never got to thank you. I never got to thank both of you guys. You saved my daughter. Like, thank you so much. Oliver like hugged her kind of, and Erica like stepped back. Now y'all, Erica is very salty. She's been very salty all night because earlier in the day before they walked over to the barbecue across the street, Erica asked Clementine to donate her eggs because they're having trouble conceiving a baby. They've tried IVF 11 times. And Clementine basically didn't give her an answer, but when they got to the barbecue, Erica walked upstairs and overheard Clementine and her husband talking about it. Basically, Clementine was like, I would never in a million years donate my eggs. It repulses me. What if my babies look like her? You know, what if the babies look like me and you? Like, she felt weird about it, and Erica overheard all that, and so all night it's been stewing in her head. She's been sipping the drink, you know, it's been swirling in her mind, and so she's been very mad and upset. And then on top of that, for somebody to tell you that they don't want you, basically what Erica is hearing is basically she's saying, I don't want you to have kids, or I won't let you have kids. And then at the same time, a few hours later, turn around and her kids drown, and Erica saves her kids. But you telling me I'm not a fit mother, but I just watched you almost get a lap dance and your daughter drown? Tease. So, you know, Erica is very not having it. So she stepped back from the hug and she looked at Clementine and she was like, fix your hair. She was like, she said, fix your hair. You're going to scare Holly, you like a witch. Clementine was like, yes, right. So then she bent over and she was like, so you're going to go with Erica and Oliver tonight. And then maybe later on tonight you'll go get to stay at Grandma's house. And she was like, yay. She was like, what about Ruby? And she was like, just you tonight. Just you tonight. Because she not quite sure what happened to her sister, but you know. So that happens and they start like walking across the street. Erica's like holding her shoes, her bare feet, you know, she's soaking wet, her whole body. She jumped in the fountain with everything she had on. So they're walking across the street, and then so Vid walks outside with the keys, and his daughter, Tiffany and Vid's daughter Dakota is like trailing behind him. So he goes to give her the keys, and he's like saying bye to Oliver, and he's like, all right, mate. And then he like looks at Clementine, and he says something like, he was like, all right, now he's like, go to the hospital. He's like, make sure Ruby's okay, get her back to her normal little monkey self, like she'll be back to normal in no time. And he was like, you have private health insurance, right? He was like, ask for only the best doctors, no trainees. Tiffany's looking at him, she was like, he is so uncomfortable, he is not good in like stressful situations, or like when the energy is negative. He's not good with like too much like sad emotion. So he's just being very, you know, inconsiderate. And Clementine gave him his look, like she twisted up her face and she looked at him like trying to study his face, like what is wrong with you? But she was just like, her mouth said thank you, yes, thank you, but she said she looked at him like she had been feeling funny about him ever since he called the ambulance. And he said something like, oh, give me the oh, we'll pay extra if you rush the ambulance. She was like, what the hell? So I don't think that she likes that he tries to throw money at every situation, and it's just, you know, he's uncomfortable, but you know, she's not having it, you know, she's not trying to hear all that. I'm sorry, before they walk across the street, when Erica gave Clementine that non-hug, she like touched her on the arm and she was like, so you'll call us, right? And Tiffany was watching them and she was like, that must be Erica's equivalent to a hug, just a little arm touch. She ain't hugging you. And Clementine was like, she was distracted. She was like, I just can't believe she's up in that helicopter. She was like, why did Sam go? Why couldn't I go? Why was I picked to go? Like, what if? And Erica was like, stop. Like, she was like, she's in the helicopter. She's sedated anyway. It doesn't matter who's in the helicopter with her. She's not going to remember any of this anyway. And she was like, get it together. She was like, you want me to slap you in the face? Clementine was like, what? She was like, no. Erica was like, you know, Erica's ready to slap her in the face, first of all, to get all her anger out. Child. Tiffany was studying them and she was like, you know, just like observing them. She was like, they act just like sisters. They are not sisters, but Erica would love to be her sister, but Clementine ain't having it, girl. I don't know her. And she was like, yeah, I'll watch her. And I mean, she was like, yeah, I'll call you. And then that's when they walk across the street. So like I said, Dakota walked outside with Vid to bring Tiffany the keys. Dakota was actually coming out to talk to Clementine, but in all the commotion, Clementine just kind of like walked right past him, and Dakota was like, but she like walked past, like, cause she was trying to hurry up and get to the hospital. Like, she was like, can we just go to the hospital until you ready? And Dakota was probably trying to say something. She's probably like going to apologize or, you know, something like that, but she never got the words out. Clementine probably didn't even realize she was there. No, I can't eat too much more of this. It was too spicy. I should have tasted it before I sat down, but I wanted to be, you know, I wanted to be introduced to it on camera, and girl. That ain't for me, baby. So yeah, that was a quick little cute little 2 chapters because I can't eat these noodles. I can't. The chicken cheese, the spicy cheese, that's too spicy. The curry was good, but it was a little too dry for me. I like my noodles a little bit wetter than that, so I'm gonna try to get like better bowls so I can better display my ramen. And I will redo this ramen mukbang, not with the cheese, but I will do the curry ones again. I did like those. Clearly, I love the dumplings. I murked them right on up. The kimchi, I'll probably finish this later tonight. Put this back in the fridge because surprisingly, I'm actually kind of full. I didn't eat that much today, y'all. I'm kind of concerned. Oh well, y'all, that is it. I'm sorry. It was too spicy. I can't do it and I won't do it. If you like this video and if you want to see more mukbangs or I eat more of the food, please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.